Hey there, guys and girls. My name's Tucker, and welcome to the Iron Woodsman. Today we're going to do a review on a favorite rifle of mine. It is the Springfield SAR 48 battle rifle. Now, I've owned this rifle for probably about 12 years now, and it is my favorite rifle. It is a semi-automatic 7.62 by 51 or 308 caliber. Of course, they're pretty much identical. You can shoot either one in it, everything's fine. It is built like a tank, and it is a heavy rifle. I have used this rifle target practicing, I've used it hunting. I reload my own rounds, so I have shot anything in this rifle from 220 grain Hornady soft points to 110 grain Sierra varmint bullets. And let me tell you, the reason I'm able to do this is because the adjustable gas system on this rifle. You can click this little thing right here with your fingers back and forth, or use a small wrench that's actually made for it. And you can adjust the gas to where you can shoot those wide range of bullet weights, and the action will work just fine. This is a very unique feature that's unique to this style rifle. This rifle in its original form came out about 1950 or just after that. And then it was known as the Belgian-made FAL rifle, the Belgian FAL. It was called the light machine gun, and those models were, semi-automatic or fully automatic. Comes standard with a 20-round magazine. The front sights are extremely heavy, protected. It's got two ears on each side of the sight, as you can see here, and a very heavy post. That front post is adjustable for elevation, and there's a special tool that you can use on it. You got to depress the springs, turn the sight, and depress, and then you're locked in. The rear sight on it is a ladder sight. It's graduated in meters. From 200 meters, you push the button, slide the sight all the way up to 600 meters, which, as far as the military is concerned, that's about the maximum effective range of the 7.62 by 51 NATO cartridge, 600 meters. Although we know it really is effective to much farther out than that, especially with a scoped bolt-action rifle. Even this rifle alone, with proper holdover, you could easily hit 1,000-yard targets, although the sights are not graduated to that. So you would have to use what they call Kentucky windage, if you know what I mean. This rifle has a unique gas system. It's piston driven, which makes the rifle extremely robust. The bullet will travel down the barrel to about right here. Gas ports in the barrel go up into this little block right here. It'll let out excess gas, then push this long piston back, which pushes the bolt back, ejects the round, and then you load another round. It's got a spring in there, which I'll show you. Whenever I take this out to the range, I'll film a range shoot with this rifle. That way you can see it in action, but not today. I've been working a whole lot, and I haven't had the time to get out to the range much lately. But this rifle, it comes, this is Springfield that made this rifle. In 1984, they decided to make a clone of the Belgian FAL rifle, and it's pretty much almost exactly like the original, except this one is made in Brazil, in a Brazilian factory in 1984. I think they made about 800 units. These are extremely hard to find. I don't know if you could even find one today. You probably could on some website. They do make new models of this rifle. I forget the name brand that makes them. They are not cheap, but they are almost just like this rifle. I was extremely fortunate to acquire this weapon from an old friend of mine. He held it in his safe for like 10 years, and I got it for, I'll be honest with you, I paid $1,200 for this rifle. These rifles now, if you go on guns.com, gunbroker, whatever gun website you go to, it is insane what they're going for. They're going for $5,000 and $6,000, which is unbelievable to me. I feel like I really got a good deal. Although when these rifles first came out in 1984, I believe they were selling for about $650. Of course, in 1984, that was a lot of money. This one comes with it's the what they call the Belgian muzzle brake on it. It has angled holes in the muzzle. I'm sure you can see that. I hope you can see it. Let me get it back out toward the light. This one came with the bayonet that fixes right on the end of it. It just snaps on and snaps off. I have the bayonet. I put a sling on it. It does have sling mounts. This is a heavy rifle. It's probably, I think it might be 12 pounds unloaded. But you know, it's made heavy for a heavy purpose. It's made for battle, and that's what these were intended for. The bolt on it, the spring on the bolt is heavy. Magazine right here comes out in a strange fashion. 20 round magazine. I've got a bunch of these that actually came with the rifle. I was very fortunate. To put the magazine in, I'll show you. You have to push it, you lock it in from the top, you hinge it, push it down, and then it's locked in. It's got a heavy trigger guard here. The safety on this side, as you can see, safety, fire, it's very heavy. This dust cover on top comes off and it's so easy to clean, it is ridiculous. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Oh yeah, it has an integral bipod that's made into the rifle. Just folds down like that. Piece of cake. You can sit this thing on the dirt, lay down prone, sit at a shooting rest, set it down. I prefer, if I'm shooting precision, I do not use the bipod if it's on a hard surface, because when the gun fires, you're going to get a lot of vibration. Usually I'll get a sandbag and some bricks. This folds right up. You can't even tell it's on there. It has a kind of an angled back grip. I like the angle of the grip. It's much more angled than like an AR-15 style grip. For me, that feels very good. Stock, I think it's just like a polymer fiberglass filled stock. The stock does come out, and there is storage room up in the back of this stock for a few things. I will show you, if you want to break this thing down, it is so easy. There's a lever right here. You push it up, push this up, look at that. Breaks right down like a double barrel shotgun. Let me show you something. To pull this bolt out, here is the bolt bar, which when firing goes back into the stock here, where there's a big spring in here. If you pull this puppy out, look at this. This is, of course, is lubed with frog lube, which is one of my favorite lubes. Frog lube just stays on the metal. It's so easy to clean. But as you can see, this bolt, this two-piece bolt, that's the bolt carrier on top. That's the bolt. Giant claw extractor right there, if you can see it. So easy to clean. Firing pin on the back. Firing pin is integral into the top of the, where the handle comes up here. It's just like a big old piece of metal falls back there. This dust cover on top, I'll show you. Let me sit this down. Don't want to get it ridiculously dirty, although it looks like I'm going to. This dust cover, well, it doesn't come out easy. Okay, there's the sheet metal dust cover. It's actually pretty thick. It's not a piece of junk. I'll set it there. Actually, yeah, don't want to. Sorry about that. And the top here, you can see how easy that is to clean. The bolt slides right out. The dust cover comes off. You can't get a more serviceable weapon and a powerful rifle that I know of. You can take and just swab that out. You can blast it out with CLP. Let it drain upside down, dab it, and then re-lube it. The chamber is right there. Talk about easy maintenance. As you can see up in the top right here, that pin is the tip of the piston that comes back and operates the bolt. But let me show you. Piece of cake. Put this puppy back together, line up the sides, push this dust cover back on, make sure you push it on until it clicks, and then the bolt, drop the bolt in, make sure that's pulled up like that, drop the bolt in, it slides effortlessly back in there. As you push down, that pin will line up with an indentation in the stock. Okay, watch this, click, it's locked. Dropping this rifle will not open it. It is locked. It will not open. It's built so robust. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Check this out. An integral carry handle right there. You can carry this thing, and of course it's positioned to where it balances the rifle really well. You know, carrying it in the field, sometimes over the shoulder, your shoulder gets a little bit weary. You could switch shoulders, but if you're going long distance, you can always carry it by the handle. I love that feature. Push it back down when you're going to put the rifle into battery. Let's see here. Let me give you a close-up on a couple of things on the rifle. You sit in this chair behind me. That way you can see it. Excuse the movement. You can see close-up of the actual rifle here. This one is in extraordinary shape. You can see on the side here the Springfield armory emblem. You can see right here, Springfield Armory, Genesco, Illinois, USA. Although this one was made in Brazil. Let's see here. There's the muzzle, as you can see, right there. Let me flip it over. Knock my chair over in the process. Okay. I think you can see right there. Maybe it says SAR 48 right there. Safety, fire. This right here is your bolt unlock. You cock it, or your last round goes through. Of course, sometimes it'll hold open, depends on the magazine quality. Push this down, closes the bolt. This rifle's made to where it operates completely by your left hand, and you won't have to take your right hand off of the grip to load and unload the magazine and to release the bolt and the safety. Safety's so easy with the thumb. Come down the rifle here, and of course here's the muzzle. There's your heavy duty gas block in the front. It's like 10 times more durable than any AR-15 you could possibly buy. Nothing against the AR-15, but this rifle's just made heavier duty in every way. But she set back up. Excuse the camera motion. Now, I will show you right here. If you want to hold the bolt open, pull it back, you push up on this pin right here, your bolt is held open. So if you have a problem, you have a stovepipe or whatever, you can, you know, pull that open, lock it, remove whatever. If it's too bad, break it open. Yes, you can break it open while the bolt is held open. But actually, wait, no you can't. Let's fire it. It's empty, of course. Pull it down. See how powerful that is? Fire the round, put it on safety. Of course, you saw the gun was clear. This rifle has been used by over 90 countries in decades. The nickname for this rifle is the right arm of the free world, because so many countries have utilized this type of rifle to protect themselves, to protect the people from their from enemies, you know, foreign and domestic. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it, other than when you shoot it. Each different type of ammunition that you shoot through this rifle, you know, every different manufacturer of ammo has different pressures. You have to learn when shooting the rifle where to set your gas block, and the manual that comes with the rifle, thank goodness I had the manual, but you can look up anything online about this rifle and you can find a pro or two out there besides me that can tell you exactly how to adjust that gas block. You don't know how to adjust it until you start shooting the ammunition. Basically, it boils down to this. You find the setting on the gas block, and there's numbers up here. You find the setting on the gas block, which will cause that brass to eject far enough at an angle to the front. You want it to eject at a front right angle and land. If you notice excess like dents on the brass, and when it's ejecting, it's just flinging it all over the place, that means you got too much gas flowing. You need to reduce that gas until you get a uniform ejection pattern. And then they say once you get it set, you give it one more click to open it. That way, if one or two of the rounds in the magazine is not loaded quite as hot, you get a surefire ejection, because this rifle is meant for war, you know. Although I've used it hunting, this rifle was designed for warfare. And in warfare, the most important thing is reliability of your weapon. Durability comes second, but you've got to have reliability. And of course, on down the line, you want reliability, durability, accuracy, and ease of stripping in the field. Ease of stripping in the field is very important when it comes to a military weapon, which Uncle Sam will teach you. Anybody out there that has had Uncle Sam yelling over their shoulder, they beat that into you. Mosquitoes are killing me out here. Anyway, soon we will we'll go together to you know, the shooting range, and we'll put this puppy through its paces. I guess I need more coffee this morning because my words are not coming out quite right. I apologize. Can't say enough about it, guys, other than if you ever was to come across one of these at a good deal meaning under $2,000. I know that sounds insane, but that would be considered cheap for something like this. I can't state enough the durability and the quality and the genius design of this weapon. Oh yeah, in my pocket there's a loaded magazine of 150 grain, full metal jacket. That's 7.62 by 51 NATO. These are 149 to 150 grain rounds. They work good, but the gas block is adjusted for it. This rifle is a shooter, as most of them are that are made like this. You will routinely get less than inch groups at 100 yards with this rifle. especially if you're using 168 grain boat tail, 175 grain Sierra Match King, like sniper ammunition. Even though this rifle was originally designed for, say, 150 grain ball, which was the universal load for this rifle at the time, you know, which will give you what, 2750 to 2900 feet per second, depending on the manufacturer. You get into 168 grain match bullets, 175 grain match bullets, you're going to get 2650, 175 grain, maybe 2700 if you're lucky. But I tell you what, you put those match bullets through this. This does have a 1 in 12 inch twist, which by today's standards is considered a slower twist, but I have shot long heavy bullets out of this 175 grain Sierra Match Kings loaded at about 2650, and it will still punch with a sandbag rest, and I'm not, you know, winded going up and down the range if I'm nice and calm. You can get 1 inch groups at 100 yards easy. You wouldn't think that would be the case for a battle rifle that's made for, you know, war. Usually you think of that kind of thing with a bolt action like heavy barreled rifle, but it is obtainable. This is a chrome lined barrel, 1 in 12 twist. I have a 308 in there, Savage. It is a tactical sniper type rifle. It has the heavy fluted barrel. It's got a 1 in 10 twist, and that thing is super accurate. It's of course Savage. It's not their cheap Savage. It's on the upper end of the realm there, and it is super accurate. Of course, it's scoped out. I've got it scoped out with Trijicon, you know, AccuPoint, tactical, you know, with Night Force rings. Of course, you're going to get some accuracy out of that. That twist is made for heavier bullets. I could probably shoot 190 grain Match King out of it and just put one hole in at 200. I wouldn't doubt. But anyway, that's for another day. I sure do appreciate you guys listening to this long rant about this rifle. This show is new, and we're going to do everything on this show. Hiking, fishing, camping, fire building, a little bit of bushcraft, reviews of outdoor gear, guns, knives. We're going to try to do as much as possible because those are the things that I'm passionate about. But for now, this is just this review of this rifle, and I sure do appreciate you guys watching. This is Tucker signing out with you know, the Iron Woodsman. Have a good day.